Happy Leap Day. One more day means one more day that I get to stream. How are you all doing on this fine February 29th? So, last time we played this game, we met the lady who apparently shot the murder victim, and then she shot herself. So we have that to deal with now. But she did leave behind her notebook.
Rests stoically in
So hopefully there will be some useful info in it.
is wrapped in her sleeping.
See what my tasks are. Return to the whirling in rags. Ask about La Puta Madre. Call the station to find out more. I can check the boardwalk for bullet traces. There's a few things I can do. I did look at the notebook last time, right?
The thick journal.
Looks like I've done everything there is to do here. Did we dump the body? What did we do with her body again? I thought about reverting my save and trying to get her to not kill herself, but I don't remember when the last time I saved was, and I don't want to lose that much progress. And also, that'll just feel like kind of a cop-out at this point.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Outside the window, the day is clear and as mild as can be in early spring.
Wait, can you see all the way to the whirling in rags from here?
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
Oh.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
Why didn't Ruby stay here instead of in that crappy old tent? Place has a bed. It's got... Well, it's indoors. Boardwalk. Okay, so I just have the island and the Land's End. I don't remember where either of those places are. Maybe we'll check the trap while I'm here.
A few locals.
Eh. Right, even though she's dead, we still have to determine how where the shot came from. I wish we could zoom in for more details.
The trap is filled.
Trap is filled. Come. Wait, is this the same building? No, wait, this is where the
A row of
execution
ghostly
was.
shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing a cold sea.
I think we're near the end of the game anyway. At this point, I think it's just worth it to keep going and see what ending I get. Ooh, money. I played a little bit of the new Splatoon season. It started an hour ago. All I really got to do was buy all the new weapons and play one match. But it seems like they're leaning really heavy into the Splatoon 2 nostalgia for this update. I like that game. I've said this many times already, but I'm not streaming Final Fantasy Rebirth because I don't own a PS5. I'm fine with just waiting for it to come out on PC. I got plenty of other games to play in the meantime. I made a tweet earlier that Square Enix is gonna release the PC port on the game's first anniversary, which we will need to wait 4 years for. Now, realistically, it'll probably come out way sooner, considering how poorly the PS5 is selling. Did you hear Sony said it's already in like the latter half of its lifespan? And it's gotten like 13 games for it in the meantime. I thought the Nintendo Switch had a rough opening. What is that giant egg on the map anyway? Right behind where it says Fisherman Shacks. What is that supposed to be? Oh, there's the island. That's right. I was supposed to ask Joyce give me a ride there, but she didn't. She sailed away, didn't she? I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. I spent hours in this area and I still don't know how to get anywhere. Alright, I've gone too far east. Oh wait, the dock. Let me check if Joyce is still there. I think she sailed off, but maybe not. Might still be here. There is a boat. Maybe I can use that boat? I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that island.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
I may have missed my chance.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't.
Is it this way? Looking for a place called Land's End. I think it might be here.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Oh.
An old door, worn by elements. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into, like, everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
Oh, right. I need to talk to Everard, too.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either.
At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. An old door, worn by...
All right, hold on. Thought of something just now. This, this might work.
An old door, worn by elements.
Still
Guards the
impossible.
depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with...
We don't get in there.
We even got into the light bending guy's container.
Frankly, you're just going to have to...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do.
I'm not gonna
We
accept
open-
this.
Relax. No one's...
At least you can...
All right, I'm still gonna internalize the thought. Check Island and Land's End. This Land's End up here. Looks like it. It looks pretty end-like. Hey, here we go. That tower looks suspicious.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags. It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, This seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it? Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Tiomutiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmaran. The Suzerainties population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name.
I want to know a lot more about this.
Oh, you do? The butts
No,
you
I was
saw
just kidding.
had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Tiomutiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Juan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tiomutiri is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amount of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva.
Insane amount of tar.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible.
That rectangle is the building?
A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you, because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Zealammed, for the follow. I believe they followed me last night after I was done streaming. Or towards the end, and I just didn't see it at the time. Appreciate it. Alright, I don't know how to get to the island. I just head back to the Whirling in Rags now? Don't know how to get there without Joyce's boat. Maybe I have to go back to the docks. We'll be back there. Nope. I still don't know why it only lets me fast travel sometimes. Maybe the coder lady will have something new to say. I can tell her about that machine Ruby used on me. She might know something about it.
Yes, what is it?
No. Pretty sure I have to take the boat there. It didn't look like I could, like, walk across the water. I didn't see any of these little bridges. Fun. I'll check again. I'll check one more time. Maybe I missed something. Because on the map, all the little like iceberg things are pretty close together. It looks like there might have been a bridge between, but no, I'm not seeing it. Head back into town. Not the way. Here we are, back at the fishing town. Is there no one I can ask about getting to the island? Like the fishing lady and the old lady both don't seem to know anything about it.
Hello, mister. Bye.
Is that the phasmid?
Wait, what?
It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
What do you mean leaning against the wall? I don't see anything.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic.
The fire
It's
iron.
a fire iron. How disappointing. Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid, finding it is your destiny.
I thought I gave up on that ages ago. I told that lady to give up on it.
Yes?
Wait, isn't this where those drunks are? Hanging out? Where the fuck am I? Oh, it's the water lock.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Huh?
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
You wearing the same armor as the dead guy?
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him.
Dangerous.
Shh. This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
From Northern England.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses.
Northern English
You
accent.
won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Why are the controller button prompts on the screen? My controller is asleep. I'm using the mouse.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed.
We
My
do.
plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
We have to intervene.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time.
Mercenary tribunal.
Can I like walk away, then quick save, and then come back?
No. We have to step in.
All right.
This is not going to end well if we don't.
I didn't save too long ago anyway.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
I can see you're drunk.
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around.
I didn't know that you had a third guy. They didn't do it. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. Wild Pines Rep does not approve of this. 92, think of an argument. Formidable, talk about Hanged Man. Dossier. Legendary, shoot. Fortinaire.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Cranell would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Who's in charge? Cranell does not give you the right.
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name Midnight Raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time, burned villages. Shit that sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Cranell for much longer. Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else. And his hand is off
And
the
just
gun.
off the gun.
This did something.
Look, he's holding it still.
Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
Yeah? Who did then?
It was me. It is. Yay, Ruby. It was Ruby, wasn't it? He admitted it.
Yeah? Who the fuck is Ruby?
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about
I should have said it's someone not here right now.
A suspect. Ruby is a suspect we chased down on the coast. She was hiding.
If I say she killed herself, he might not believe me. He might just think I'm trying to pass the buck.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh?
Do it. They're not my pals. Fuck them.
How about the kid? Go ahead. Tell me about some puta one more time.
Wait, not Elizabeth. I like Elizabeth.
Bad argument. He doesn't know local mobsters.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Think. Why doesn't he believe me?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
He was shot. He wasn't hanged.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel.
8.
The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
Oh, this guy can't aim for shit.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
When they confessed they were lying.
Fucking liars.
Wait, what? Who did he shoot?
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something.
He shot one of them for
A
lying?
young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
Did he hit anyone else?
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
Maybe I can just have him keep missing until he runs out of bullets.
What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call.
Classier can explain this, maybe?
Who the fuck is that?
He doesn't know?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
Where the fuck did she go?
She left. Her room's cleaned out. Right before these assholes showed up.
We should have arrested her.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
Did I shoot him? It's an even split. I don't know if there's anything else I can do at this point. I don't know if any of these first 3 options will raise my chances of getting out of this. Fuck it, we ball. I failed. At least if I...
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft clicking sound in the armor.
Oh, right, I forgot the armor was bulletproof.
Like dice rolling, the kinetic energy of the 9mm front-loaded bullet is distributed evenly across the chest piece and into his hands.
Go ahead. Give it another try.
Throw the gun at him. Die!
Kill him.
Uh-oh.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
I know where Kim is.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6
Hot.
little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger.
Damn.
Absolute destruction. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out. From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight
Oh
line
no.
of sight.
Tim's a
before
terrible
the
shot.
rifleman can take you out. It's not easy. He has 0.4 seconds to do so. He won't make it. You're on your own. The shot
God
rings
damn
and
it.
you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards.
Oh, I didn't die.
with incredible force. A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder.
Wait, what?
The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half of your body must be gone.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. Then, 2 shots.
This is a disaster.
And you hear a scream. But you're too hurt to see who got hit.
See blood all over the rifleman.
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets.
Oh, fuck
as
yeah.
Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood
Aw,
behind
man.
him. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
You didn't have to die.
You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised
Oh, for fuck's sake.
at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Yeah, I think I really bungled this one.
A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death.
I don't want to die. Fuck.
You can't. There is no time.
What do you mean easy
Something inside
success?
your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire.
I succeeded at
Legs
dying?
support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound.
That man is me.
It's Titus with a splat like meat. You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle.
What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me.
Stay with me.
I just wanted to party. This stupid world.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does
Oh,
not
no.
see it. He's pushing down on your wound.
Not both
with
of us.
Hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
No, Kim.
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips. Your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around
Damn.
and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion.
By his, you mean the gunman and not Kim, right?
You hear a roar of pain, a death disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby.
One more door.
One more door.
No, let me back in.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep. And rotting, and being disinfected, and
Gross.
smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
There is a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again.
Again?
Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Kinema.
No,
Oh no.
it was him.
We're gonna have to start the whole game
He is
over.
The infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Huh?
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket.
Alive!
It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
I gained a lot of experience from that. The middle of a freshly cleaned room. The piss jacket, Kim, you took it off? You say sunrise?
Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
A
Cops
gun?
like it.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
Have?
What happened? You shot the major, and successfully. A firefight ensued.
Then what?
As retaliation, the rifleman shot you. He hit. With his carabine. I was looking for a clear line of sight. When I found it...
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in a hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Edis is dead?
Yes.
And never much cared for him, but I'm sad that he's dead.
You were bleeding out. I think you said no one wants to party with you. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the major before he got the jump on me. I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Cronel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
The majors?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Cronel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
There is unveiled anger in his voice.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Any casualties on the Union side?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. and Titus.
That's
All.
absolute disaster. It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
Wait. In his audio, he said 7 people, but the text says 6.
+1. Ruby.
No! Oh wait, no, Ruby? Oh. I thought they were talking about the lady. The hardy girl who's not really a hardy girl.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off.
I knew Ruby was
Hornets
dead.
did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those 2 armies.
Yeah, I'm guessing that could have gone a lot better.
Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade.
Ouch.
Luckily missing your lung and heart.
Do I have a shattered shoulder blade now?
The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. Bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Oh no, am I gonna have to like walk slowly with a cane for the rest of the game?
You won't be able to dance much. That's for sure. You should be able to live with limping around, though.
You hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try to not move too much.
Wait, the major did that? I thought he was about to shoot Kim, but
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
anyone from the station been to see me?
No.
Good, I don't need them.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Okay.
I'm sure they're worried about you.
No, they would be here if they were truly worried.
They're so worried, where are
I
they?
don't know.
If not my station, who treated
I
me?
did.
Aw. Thank
No
you.
need.
Okay. Let's get up. Let's finish this.
Easy now.
Let's see what we can salvage from this.
Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing.
How are you?
My disco days are behind me.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Freighter.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
The room is clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It
Aw.
took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
This jacket.
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
He was never wearing it though. Was he?
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
What happens now?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
You don't think it was a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Clasia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
But who did it? Was it not Ruby?
I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Clasia was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her.
I didn't have a theory about Clausier. I never thought she did it.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
La Puta Madre, the fucking Maybells, hole in the wall, the footprints, 28% possibility the shot came from a distance, an antique bullet from a Belle Maw grave, old bunkers and weapons caches. Your closet happened yet? It's not free yet. We have to locate communism. You know what I'm about? Solving crimes. A hole in the wall?
I don't know. That's been there for years.
Uh, the footprints?
Yes. God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable.
Hey, bells.
What?
This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
Okay.
It came from a...
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
antique bullet?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
Alright, what about the old bunkers?
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
Alright, this is because I'm a La Puta Madre Pione, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence.
That does make some sense.
The miracle hasn't happened. It's not over yet.
He does not know what to reply. Looks out of the window, then back at you. It's morning outside. You think.
Alright, you know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It's hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp? Good.
Alright.
Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
Check upstairs.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps?
I'm gonna drop it on
Morning
the
was
floor.
straight through. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Right after this room was cleaned. My room, by the way. Oh, this door leads to Kim's room. I don't know why I didn't think of that. 6:50 a.m. I wish I had that luxury.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Thanks for keeping this thing alive a little longer.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your...
Let's play some disco music. Stereo 8 has been reunited with its right speaker.
The fan stands...
So 2 days have passed. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. I really can't run anymore. But I hope I don't have to go very far.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun, yet, but I don't like gifts.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
It's hardly surprising.
Does she still have drugs in her cabinet?
The medicine cabinet is empty.
Damn it.
Pity.
Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
Yeah, let's see if the gift will help us solve the case. A red nylon thread. Does this lead back to where the gunman was hiding? Huh? I don't understand. He was up here?
Yes?
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
It was the island. The one place I couldn't get to.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. I remember.
How does she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
I don't know.
Indeed, neither do I.
But this is the only thing we haven't ruled out
So
yet.
it is.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there? There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
I remember the anti-aircraft gun.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Tim, let's go to the fucking island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian, the net picker?
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Of course they're gonna make me walk all the way back there. My fucking bad leg. Hey, Gart.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was an honest effort. I was watching until it went down. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway, I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now.
Oh, awesome.
This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Where'd everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
That dude was another cop. He should have stayed here to fucking investigate. You were right out there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking.
You are a
But
bad
also, I
face
guess I
ass.
sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Alright, thanks.
No problem.
Oh, even the cook is gone.
You see a heavy steel.
Still can't open this damn door. You're still here.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Don't have anything new to say after all that? The last two Hardy Boys.
The bruised man raises his beer can in welcome.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
You okay?
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss, sweat, and booze.
Gross.
While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
How bad?
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus, Theo, Dennis, Angie, they're all gone. But he got away without a scratch.
There's nothing left. Nothing.
This is a broken man. He probably feels that he should have been able to protect the others somehow. And now he feels guilty for not dying with them, or instead of them.
Survivor's guilt.
I'm not suggesting much. All I'm saying is, he lost everything.
It is tough, but get over it.
What?
All the people responsible for the deaths of your friends, you're just gonna leave it like that?
Sons of bitches.
Was this really the best idea? I guess you may have prolonged his existence a bit, if he can still remember this when he sobers up.
If you think this will keep him from offing himself, I'll make sure to remind him. So far, I've just been pouring whiskey in him to keep him sedated.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys?
Titus is fucking dead.
Oh, he didn't know? Whoops.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy Boys.
There's two more.
No, man. I don't know. I guess the Union will still be policing the neighborhood, but who's gonna do it now?
He just have a brother.
Tiberius, he don't want to get mixed up in our shit. Titus has been buttering him for years on account of all this being fun as fuck. But he's got his window fitting business, a wife with 2 kids, and a third one on the way. No way he's gonna leave all that.
What happened to Clausier?
Damn songbird of misery, that one.
And do you have any information on this songbird of misery?
If you have any information,
God
please
said
call this
she
number.
took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything. Oh yeah, he said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
She's gone. Face it.
Didn't even pay her bill.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of yours.
A sharp pain shoots up your side and into your stomach. You must not look too good. Luckily, it passes.
Must have been something I ate. And you get into one firefight and everyone treats you like Jesus.
Yes?
I don't know what that says. Bonjour, je serai Ride de retour. Presse de trois.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Cool.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Oh, fuck yeah.
The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
Disco Elysium, bitch.
The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters.
Well, we had to get rid of that graffiti somehow.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly.
Why not burn it away?
Subside, the fuel burning out.
Oh.
The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
Hey, you're on my bench.
Mon Dieu.
That's my sleeping
You set it
bench.
on fire. What kind of a policeman are you?
A beacon of light in the dull shores of mediocrity. I don't know. It was an accident. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's perfectly alright. No harm done, and it's really none of my business anyway. René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Insulindian?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the Bells of Revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
Guess you're right.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Then we'll be ready for them.
Fool me once, shame on you? Can I borrow your boat?
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
You're not limping. You're you.
I don't really exist in this world. I live between life and death.
Everyone does that, in a way. You don't have to get shot for that.
Okay.
What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
I was a killer long before this.
I've always taken you for one, that's for sure. Not a lot of RCM men who aren't killers.
I got shot in the chest.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
Anyway.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Damn it, it's still locked.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
You borrow it? What's on that island?
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know.
People die in lots of places.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Cool.
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
I remember my dad showed me a bullet once. Wasn't from like a war or anything. He probably just got it from like a gun club his friends went to or something. But I thought it was the coolest shit ever when I was a kid. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And
Yellow
no
paint on the
joyriding
boat?
either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day
Ooh.
or two. Official police business.
You can't get away from it, chat.
Aye.
It's always yellow paint. What if I want to rock?
See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads
When
to
the boats are
capsizing.
rocking, don't come a
That there
knocking.
is an absolutely 100% rock-free skiff. You got that?
Okay.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled
Oh,
her
it's a
up.
motorboat.
It's a small tank.
I was expecting a rowboat. Ask her twins about the island. I'm not talking to those kids. Fuck them.
A skiff
Hate them.
with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Is this actually like a point of no return?
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Will I even have enough fuel to get back? Like, is this going to be a one-way trip? I could do other stuff, but fuck it.
The skiff floats once you get in. Have you made all the remember what the
Do a quick save too, just in case.
The skiff once you have you made all remember what
You take the engine, I'll hold the boom box.
What? Fine, why not?
Very cool. Now tune it to SAD FM. You know you want to. SAD FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
That's awesome. Very somber moment. That very somber, very melancholic. New area unlocked. Possibly the final area.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Fucking go. Right after I go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll be right back. Disco Elysium, more like disco to the bathroom. Go piss go piss girl. Look around. The tears are falling apart. What do we even hope to find on this island?
Yes.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
They're sent here as a joke.
I've considered it. I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
Somewhat unlikely.
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
So you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
See me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
We've only just started working together and already we've nearly been shot to death.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Needed that reassurance. This final hour. Inflammable. That actually means flammable. Fun fact. What is the in part for? Go figure. Oh, there's a lot of shit in here. Like a museum. Might want to equip a flashlight while I'm in.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Where do the wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
Just me and a generator here.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
That is his idea of a joke. The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
And a generator.
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
I don't know.
That is his idea.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm.
The wind outside picks up suddenly.
Fantastique.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
Recently.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
You face the concrete
For an hour.
wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Tim, wake up. Wake me up in an hour,
The
okay?
blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour, maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
Oh, god damn it. Been that long?
Sleep.
Uh-oh. Kim's not here. Kim, you're not dead, are you? God damn it. What have I done? Go down to the chain? Uh-oh. I'm not gonna find Kim's corpse hanging there, am I? Why? I see, I'm back inside. Can you go up here? Possible. Oh, I have a bad feeling about what's ahead. Bad feeling about this. Wait, why can't I go back inside? Where am I supposed to be going? I can go up here. Oh no. Oh no. See her footprints on the water. Oh, I can just walk on the water now. Okay. Oh, this is just a dream. This isn't real.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry, off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean. I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off.
Hey.
She breathes out impatiently.
You stay here for a moment. We need to talk.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova.
Aerodrome.
Really? We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone.
Why are her lungs
In
visible?
hell, forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
Go?
No, don't say it. Don't beg. It will only make her go. Yes, somewhere hidden among the options popping up in your nervous system is the right one. That will make her love you again and not go to the aerodrome at all.
That's not a very good thing, a way for things to be.
It's not. But
what?
I don't know why I said but. There is no but. That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Where in hell? Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
Beware.
Oh, yes, she'll come around now. I made her love you again, Harry. Are you stupid? She's about to say something. Here it comes. She's starting to love him again.
Oh no, the senses are arguing.
Her innocence, Dolores Day, fiddles with the handle of her airport bag. She has a pained expression on her face. It's agonizing. See? She isn't saying anything. I don't understand. It was, she herself said.
We were bad for each other, okay? I was bad for you. Can you not see I'm bad?
And see you're a
I
baddie.
had to stop. I couldn't just turn into a bad person. You will get better. It just takes some time. For you, I think it will take something like 20 years, maybe? It was hard for me too, you know? I used to think I couldn't live without you. But I can.
Years.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
You felt that way once?
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone.
Doesn't have to be like this.
No, Harry. We can't.
Hey.
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice and then give up. By that logic, not you too.
Let's be the last sane people in the world, but only twice.
Yes, of course. You've got everything under control, and I'm hysterical because I don't want to keep hurting you.
What went wrong when we tried again?
I don't know. Please. Harry, we can't be together because you're insane.
How?
They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get a hold of herself, brushing her hands in her gown.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
Everyone gets a little down.
A little down? You've worked there for so long, you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
They're not lists, they're trees.
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now.
It's not possible to talk without trees. Everyone has them. You just list everything you want to ask.
In descending order, usually. It's best to do them like that.
It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. You only communicated with encyclopedic trivia. I was so alone. In conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova.
Not even human.
I am actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this gown and wreath, I have an ordinary soul and ordinary thoughts. The only thing inhuman about me is this thing you've made me into. I'm sorry for saying so, but I just hate it. What is this? This is so far gone, Harry. I don't even...
You're special. You had glowing lungs.
My lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into some kind of...
And this is all meaningless.
It is. And it's making me late for my beautiful, beautiful flight to Morova. Far, far away from you and Revachol.
If she hates Revachol so much, can't they both just move?
A warm gust wraps her gown around her waist and between her thighs. An apricot-scented ghost wafts out of her, her skin, the fabric, into the flow of the air around you. All the roads will miss her footsteps when she's gone from here. A completely different world.
Miss you.
It'll pass. Everything does.
Happens now.
Nothing. I have to go. I'm gonna go now.
Lies, sire. She cannot but love you. She has said so 100 times.
Want me to let you go? You asked me not to.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
We ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry, this is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago? Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week.
3 times a week? That's how often I
Harry,
stream.
It really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
This is intolerably bad.
Oh yes. This is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation.
Alright, that's a
Real
weird thing to
darkness
include.
has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Alright, bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yes. Can I wake up from this? Oh, thank God, Kim's still here. My boy. My emotional
Hello,
support
Craig.
cop.
How was your sleep?
Let's comb the entire island.
Okay.
Centimeter by centimeter.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes, fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag.
Ooh.
More than that.
I'll be taking that.
The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Like a sniper. Awesome. You just take all their laundry.
see a small metal door nested inside a larger one, a heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
How do we open it?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
What? Come on. This is the second time today you said that.
It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
See the controls anywhere?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan. Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
What's that up there? Way we came in. These are the controls?
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard. The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
Trying to do that across my own keyboard, but it didn't pick up on the...
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here. Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Ooh, radio computer.
Slides under the glass. Silently, you make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band. An idea lights up in your head.
This is an air-gapped system. Of air, I think they call it. That won't work. No, I'm not. But it would not be very good military technology if programmer ladies could control it remotely. Also, it's ancient, incompatible.
Nothing happens.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it.
Uh-oh.
We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
The boat engine.
Go back to the mainland and get some.
My kinema. I don't want to do that.
The consul stands by, mutely.
If we take fuel from the boat, we can't go back. I mean, that fisherwoman might just borrow someone else's boat and come back to get hers. Realizes we've been gone for too long. Yeah, let's see if there's like oil barrels we can use. Oh, maybe there's one at the end of this chain. I just like grab the chain.
Strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea, leave it all, and walk in with a bottle in your hand.
Aye.
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you.
Fish?
Where it has always been, smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
Nah, fish smell way worse than that.
Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
So cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm.
Oh.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh. Fuck that. How are we going to carry fuel from the motor to the generator, though? We'll either need some kind of container, or we'll just have to, like, rip the engine right from the boat. Drag the whole thing with us.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work, of great importance to the few who attend. Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence.
What's that?
Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
What?
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
Head?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
The east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains.
Blow the silence.
Col de Mamadakwa.
Huh?
Yes?
You heard it?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
The lieutenant nods inside.
Hear it?
ICM. This feels familiar somehow.
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like
RCM?
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
Hey.
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
The glorious Revolutionary Army.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then.
Groupuscules. The new one. White star.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Back to stars too?
Now, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
Wait, what are we looking at?
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
I see barrels here, but they're not clickable. Oh, here we go. Empty.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Wait, we can't take the fuel from the boat?
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock. The skiff is...
Are you sure? There are things we still need to do here.
The skiff is swaying.
Are you sure?
Oh, we actually can't leave. Well, where am I supposed to get the fuel from? That. Wait, I saw something. See a poster of Mazov on the wall. So it must be over here then. There's nothing selectable on that last
Yes.
screen. I thought I checked over here. Didn't think there was anything left. Wait, I'm having a thought. Having another thought. There's another bunker over here. There it is.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
I think we may have found it then.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
Sounds dangerous.
And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it.
Beans?
Filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Oh.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both locations. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
Right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
In between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
There it is.
Do you
Just
have
said
a line of sight to the
motherfucker.
window?
More than that.
And with a pair of binoculars, I'd be able to see inside the
A pair
room.
of binoculars or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger. On a calm day like this.
I can make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Fuck yeah.
Affirmative.
Better late than never.
Nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
Right.
He looks north, over the fortification, then at the mattress.
Only we had a boat before that shootout happened.
Where?
Would he still be here? On the in Martinez? Hopefully not on this island.
I have always assumed it's someone local.
He feels uncomfortable suddenly.
Maybe they are on the island.
We should move now.
Yeah, we might be in danger here. Discover the sniper's nest. That's worth a full save. Now,
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
gross.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Oh, gross. The room filling with smoke. Hope it's well ventilated. Now, let there be light.
A golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light. Urgence ouvert reads one dial key. Allumer reads another.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Is it? I have a feeling something really big is about to happen.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
It's there.
Oh, no.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
Go. Just in case.
Yes?
See a deflated inner tube. A lot of reeds over here. Someone could easily be hiding in them. Are you the one? You have a gun.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Sorry for disturbing you. Goodbye.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
How'd you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music.
Oh, I guess that would have been a dead giveaway.
Water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Didn't say that.
I did.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating mental illness music.
Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Make.
It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
Commune? Communism is alive.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safaray Empire, extinguished in 06.
I remember it.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
The time will come to win his trust, comrade. It is not now. You need to take care of the gun first.
You can keep the gun, but keep it down.
No.
What?
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Alright, good.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
I've had more than enough shootouts for one lifetime.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song. The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky.
Those words, what the future teaches you.
Real music. Real Brilliant Cult.
Brilliant Cult.
That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
La Revacholière.
There you go. One of three. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
Go.
How did it go? Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him. It was dear to him. He resents forgetting it.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Those duties include shooting someone mid-coitus?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Converted your unit.
I was just 16 years old.
Wow.
15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took.
For what?
For reaction to take hold.
Reaction.
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
We all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little. He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room. I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring. Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love, all the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed.
Yeah.
And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
So what?
That the bourgeois are not human. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
Kill yourself all these years.
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, And Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
About the weapons cache under St. Jizz Lane, 22B.
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Belma Graves, right?
Damage beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
One more thing. Oh, and one more thing.
I do.
Ever smoke them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
So you're a communist soldier?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
You said you trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
What even is that?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology, he nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm a bit of a communist myself.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
Huh?
A liberal and a pederast. It's what most liberals are.
What is a pederast? Oh.
Detective.
Oh shit, I clicked the wrong one.
Ideology.
I don't think it mattered.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
That's right, we're the good guys. I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit.
Rock and roll posturing. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste Insolente. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
And this guy's basically a walking corpse. More ways than one.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Never signed the Revacholian instrument.
Only the army. Liberal reactionaries signed it for them. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I am a political commissar of the Communist Party, and the party never surrendered.
But you are.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Good.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting.
What?
For her to return.
Boris Day?
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. Always.
Nothing in history is guaranteed.
No. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
Well, it may not come back in your lifetime.
So that's why he's the deserter.
What can I do? How does anyone survive? I steal.
You steal.
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
Ew.
Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
You've been eating beets?
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
You also have Dramamine.
Oh, we have Dramamine.
I have been running out of that stuff.
Need to be looked over.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of I don't even know what. Inferno?
Disco Inferno. I also have holes in my brain. In my chest and one in my leg. Oh wait, the lieutenant's about to say something.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone. Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow? You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis.
The Iblis trigger.
The black-eyed angel.
Another question.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using the gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Oh. I guess that is typically what you do with guns.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay, this is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But this is what you live for. This is the shit.
Shit.
The great serotonin jackpot.
It's my shit. That's my shit.
The solution.
Oh yeah, that's
Go
my shit.
straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
What do I say then?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you, and in them a chill, like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
Uh-oh.
All is not as it seems.
Detective.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two?
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Beautiful, strong man sent here by an honorable private military company. The corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the whirling in rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva.
I am the son of a shepherd.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
It was gasoline, right?
Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
The tracks, the footprints in the walls.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells.
Oh,
You
yes.
tried Maybells on Clausia's roof. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring.
I didn't even notice them.
Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Of course, thank you, Head, thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Nothing else comes up. You see the lieutenant watch you. Try to stimulate thought processes by hitting yourself. I'm sorry, this didn't do anything. Usually hurting yourself does.
Officer, a word?
Huh? What's the problem, Kim?
I think we may have this. From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Gefreiter. We just need a confession first, and then maybe a solid motive later. Good. We are doing very good. He wants to confess, I can see that. We just need to pile it on a little more. The more we have on him, the closer he is.
You hear that? He thinks you're this close.
I mean, if Kim wants him to confess, and if he wants to confess, then
Well,
seems like a
I
win-win.
can't think of one thing. The gun. We should pick it up and discuss it in front of him. Make a show of it.
Yes, sire. Make a production of this examination.
All right, let's do this.
He wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like we already have everything.
There is palpable excitement in his tone. He likes him for this. A lot. But there's something more, too. He thinks the deserter has more than just this case in him. 44 years here.
Or?
Oh, yes. And he hasn't spoken to anybody in a long time. If we get him open, who knows what will pour out.
Well, he already admitted to stealing shit to survive.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut.
Ooh, can you eat it?
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangong, 4.46 millimeter, made in Sinyao.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him.
Packet ammunition.
The right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
As you said.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
The old man keeps
Hell yeah, the
following
gun's
your
mine
motion
now.
With his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him later.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Tear into him again. Pile it on him.
Hey, Bells.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I've only seen them here, not anywhere else in
Blossom on the
Martinez.
islands before. We fertilized them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
Classier, ring any bells?
Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach the city.
He had intimate relations with the victim.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble.
Oh, he doesn't
a
see him as a
smile,
victim.
A crooked smile, yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Duras.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room.
Huh.
They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Okay, maybe it's simpler than that?
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
People can change shoes.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
We got the ballistics.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Oh, yeah.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope.
What?
I don't know where it is.
Come on.
Find it yourself.
He lost it.
Lost
he just
it.
doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
You was perfect.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
The dead man said communism killed him.
Stupid dwat.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes.
It was intuition, of course.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism.
Jism.
It reeks of crypto-fascism. The parasite class use intuition to justify their rank in life. It's all just palmistry and magic, Earl creatures. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should wear a tinfoil hat like you.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks this approach worked. But still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
All right, I don't need your cooperation. I have the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you.
Damn.
He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
You saved a lot of them.
Like fuck.
Oh no!
You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip right into them. Got the fat kid killed. The old man, too. None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed on this city, and you prepare the meal for them.
You're getting diverted. Push the gun.
So you watched the fight? Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing, your plan. You got them killed.
You don't know anything.
I'm changing the subject. We have the gun.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? 4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Seems like it.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Was he a rapist? I thought Classier admitted that it was consensual. He was a soldier too.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
Oops.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
And what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own, and so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
If it's part of the shit you see.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Oh.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
You were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
The caliber of bullet he used does not do that kind of damage.
How long have you been watching?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
Do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Oh, so that stuff is gone now.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to found. Oh, I mean...
Wait a minute, he didn't say Found before, he said Villiers.
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over.
Oh.
Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
Huh?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
It quickly...
Is she his ex? Oh, through the hole in the wall.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing. All at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Gross.
Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
Those were your footprints there.
I've been through all of Martinez, every nook and cranny. Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room, what she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
Kitchen door.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
You have feelings for her?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Is that why you left dried flowers behind the window?
No.
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
Neither does he. He looked in the silence. The lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
It wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Oh.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away, but she let us hear first. She figured someone was watching her.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghost of the city she's leaving, for another, far south, smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years?
What more do we want?
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Seen anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries, Pump full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Claire?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins, in tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing.
Don't worry, he's dead.
The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want, sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Disco whores? Whores. Statue?
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse.
I know what syphilis is.
The statue is an abomination. The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues, too. Hundreds of them.
But the statue is still there.
What a keen remark.
Huh.
Yes,
Sounds familiar,
it is,
huh?
Isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
Say because the king is holy and his statues are indestructible, but mean it ironically.
No. Cynical design cockroaches like you erected a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot. That was him. It had to be.
God, there was a bullet hole in there.
Capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
It was you.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture. I should have spared the bullet for a deformed monster of liberal capitalism.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years.
The fat union man let them put it there. corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it.
All right, I think
too.
we're almost done with this
Just another
conversation.
hideous
It's been going on quite a while.
Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Really?
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
And I know Everard Clare is an asshole.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that. First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them, but he's insinuating something. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
20 years ago, when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet.
He acknowledges it. Here we go.
That
Who did?
bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name.
I don't know who that is.
Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him. Tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
Then she just disappeared?
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is. The bend in the river. The truth.
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins are black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her.
It was you.
It was someone. Someone shot her. Or maybe she just fell. I get these violent ideations.
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has for her.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base. Not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled. Sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you.
Yeah, I think you would just prefer to die a warrior's death.
My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
Okay, but I know.
All you know is I saw it happen, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Her plump body, bobbing up and down in that canal like a cork. That chick yellow bag still on her.
The same old freezing hatred.
All right, let's talk about Renee.
Fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other.
We're now past the 3-hour mark, by the way.
That is, royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I remember
I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
I remember him from Lanos. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston.
There's no one there.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just...
Well, I think someone beat you to it.
A treat. Better served for later.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Renee. Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately.
He's dead. Yep.
I waited too long.
Sorry to say.
I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
Too cocky.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands.
You had so many chances to kill him, dude.
And I blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust. Fuck you.
Sorry.
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die.
It doesn't look like he is. Okay.
Glad we talked about this.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls.
Glad we talked about what?
I assess his body language.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit. He's prone to erratic hand gestures and clearly malnourished. But that's it. You can see no more by looking at his slouched frame.
I ain't going anywhere.
All right, before I arrest him, I want to save really quick.
Yes?
What? What error? What do you mean? Nice gun. $70? Oh my god, look at all those fucking skill points I have. Jesus Christ. All right, I think we got him.
Man stares despondently at
Josef Lilianovich Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of Colonel here in Martinez.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
You understand,
No,
sir?
I don't want to. I have to stay here.
Oh, now you don't want to get taken in.
He's sweating.
Now you change your mind.
Pupils are dilated too. Eyes
Oh.
getting blacker and blacker.
Is he zooted?
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Wait.
There it is again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper.
See what I tell
stalks
ya.
rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
Someone was absolutely hiding in the reeds.
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Gosh, Kim, do you hear that?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Happening. There another gunman? Were you about to... Oh my god.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
I didn't know it was that big.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in
I
place.
thought it was just a tiny little stick bug.
What are you talking about?
The giant stick
There's
insect?
nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
I finally got insane.
You feel the lieutenant's hand on your back, and then you hear him say 4 words.
I can see it.
If he can see it too, then you're not totally insane.
What about Yosef?
But that would mean it's really there, spinning slowly.
Or maybe we're just both
Absolute
insane.
Silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
Now what?
What is it? What do you want from me?
Something is very wrong with him now.
Can't you see it?
Nothing. Nothing. The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. Chick, 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 s, chick, 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 s.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
Afraid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Here's what they think, Kim.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Hey, they do exist.
A sudden chirrup fills the air. The walking stick moves its whole body. limbs working independently of each other, like the parts of a masterfully constructed machine. It moves just an inch closer to you. Or does it only feel like it does? Something in its body language has changed, just slightly.
We can't just leave it standing there. We have to do something, Detective.
You've never seen him get this excited. His voice is almost trembling.
All right. I have no other choice. God damn it. Well, I tried.
You barely get to take one step. The invertebrate reacts with uncanny speed, skating away across the water. It's gone, like a skipping stone,
Damn it.
leaving nothing but rings on the sea's calm mirror.
I feel like an asshole for not letting Kim take the picture.
It's blending into the tufts of reeds in the distance, moving from islet to islet.
Maybe it'll come back.
Where? Where did it go? Looks like it doesn't like to stay out in the open for long.
Should have taken the pheromone.
I don't think it had anything to do with the ox spray. It was just scared.
There is uncertainty in his phrasing.
Okay.
Am I? I don't know. I'm not an entomologist. Neither was the parascientist. The only thing I'm sure of is we saw it. It was real.
Real. How did it do that?
It appears the insect can walk on water, like a water strider, you know? It's almost as fast. Uncanny.
What now?
What now? In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
Our suspect's not looking so good. We should check him over. Also, it looks like it has some kind of nest there. Maybe there's proof in there.
In the reeds, where the phasmid was hiding, you see a little flash of white. Porcelain white.
Like the armor? Alright. I think this is where I'm going to have to call it for the night. It's been over 3 hours. And it seems like there's more left in the game than I thought. So, I'll pick it back up again next time. Oh. Wow. That was a lot. That was quite a big session I had. All right. More Disco Elysium sometime next week. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're new here and if you like what I do, why not give me a follow? It's free. It'll help me out. I'm working towards affiliate. I'm nearly there. I stream on Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And all my streams are archived on YouTube as well. Right. Check out my socials down below if you'd like. I will be back Sunday night, most likely with more RZ. Yeah, that should be everything. I'm going to find a channel to raid afterwards, so you can stick around for that if you'd like. And I hope everyone here has a good weekend. Happy Leap Day. And happy Final Fantasy Day as well. All right. See you guys later.